Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's actually a pretty good start to the work and school week. We've got mostly clear skies out there, beautiful temperatures. It's only 70 degrees. This morning we were in the low 60s, upper 50s in some places, and that's pretty much going to be the story for today. We're looking at below average temperatures again in the 80s, but it's also going to be a little bit breezy at times. We could see gusts between 15 to 20 miles an hour later this afternoon going into the evening before things eventually start to calm down for tomorrow. But nonetheless, going to feel very comfortable out there. Again, highs in the low 80s today. Mostly sunny skies, and we also are going to stay dry, so no need to worry about the rain gear for today.
Going to be feeling good and looking really good into the rest of your Monday. Same thing throughout the day tomorrow as well, but morning lows are going to be gradually on the rise. Still going to be pretty comfortable into the day on Tuesday, but then we're back into those mid 60s, upper 60s, low 70s by the end of the week and into our weekend. But to be honest with you, still not going to be looking all that bad, not feeling awful. We're going to be staying relatively dry into your Tuesday. It's just the matter of we're also going to be seeing our highs gradually warm up as well as the fact that some moisture will return, not a lot. Humidity won't become a major issue, but it's still going to be not non-existent like it has been yesterday and today.
Yeah. So we're eventually going to start to see that warming trend for the end of this week, and that's also just going to be the case with our afternoon highs. Today and tomorrow still going to be in the 80s, and then starting Wednesday will be pretty close to average in the 90s, and then mid 90s by this weekend, and that carries into a good portion of next week. And rain chances are going to be very few and far between. We're not really looking at many systems to move in that will bring us any kind of chance of rain. So I would say over these next 10 days, you're really not going to need the umbrella or rain gear. Maybe if you live further off to the south, there's a chance for some isolated showers, but even then, that's still not looking super promising. And then for most of us, we're not really going to see any rain for the next 10 days, which is good if you want to be out there and enjoy the outdoors. If you have any practices or things like that, you won't have to worry about that. But of course, we're also keeping a close eye on the tropics because we are in the peak of hurricane season. But things are looking pretty quiet for the next 7 days. There's nothing that we're tracking currently. But that is subject to change. But for the time being, nothing really going on out there.
Yeah, especially with it being the peak or nearing the peak of hurricane season, which usually is around September 10th. And honestly, this is a great sign to come. I was looking at a lot of the past couple years of looking at this graphic right here and talking about this range of around peak hurricane season. And it's always been busy. So to see this is something we don't see often when it's very quiet around the peak of hurricane season in the Atlantic. But thankfully, it's quiet out there. It's quiet here at home. So
Mhm.
nothing really much to complain about.
Yeah, so not a lot of changes on the way, just that we'll see that gradual warming trend as the week goes on. And humidity wise, it will start to feel a little bit more humid, but nothing too crazy going into the end of this week. But overall, it's going to feel pretty nice for the rest of today, especially, and for the most part tomorrow as well. And then by Wednesday, we'll start to see those 90s return. But it looks pretty good around town, and that's pretty much the sight we're going to see for the most of today. So I know that's something that I'm looking forward to. But overall, going to be pretty quiet for these next couple of days. So
never a bad thing when the weather is quiet here in the Deep South. So you need to go outside and enjoy it while you can, and make sure you really, really enjoy this nice and dry weather before it starts to warm up just a little bit later on this week.
Yeah. So that's all we have for today. We'll have another update later this afternoon. But until then, have a great rest of your Monday.